Hello, and welcome to a components breakdown of A Touch of Evil Dark Gothic. A Touch of Evil Dark Gothic is a deck-building card game based on the colonial American Gothic horror setting in the popular Touch of Evil board game. The game allows 2 to 6 players to each take on the role of a unique monster hunting hero, collecting allies and gear to aid them in their journey while they root out evil and hunt supernatural creatures back to their lairs. With a wider scope than the board game, players must hunt down a series of increasingly difficult villains that are terrorizing the countryside before the land is consumed in shadows. Though the heroes must generally work cooperatively as a group to stop the villains from overwhelming the land, there can be only one top monster hunter amongst them when the dust clears and the final victory total is gathered. Dark secrets lurk around every corner, and only the most cunning and spirited hunter can prevail in the age of Dark Gothic. Now let's take a look at the components. Unlike many other deck-building games, Dark Gothic allows you to take on the role of a hero. Your starting deck is dependent upon the hero that you are randomly given during the game setup. Your starting deck will be comprised of a number of combat, cunning, spirit, and honor cards. There are 8 different heroes in the game. Each hero focuses on a different aspect. To win the game, you must defeat 3 villains of increasing difficulty. There are 9 different villains in the game, each with a danger level denoted on the upper right-hand corner of the card. During game setup, you will randomly select one villain of each level, and the game will end when you have defeated these 3 villains. There is a 10th villain, but it was only available through the pre-orders. Your starting deck is mainly comprised of these 3 cards. Depending on which hero you are randomly given, you will select the number designated on your hero card. Honor is one of the most powerful cards, and most heroes start with a single honor card in their deck. Honor cards cannot be purchased. They may only be acquired through special acts of valor during the game. Some cards have you roll the omen die. This adds a great deal of chance to the game. The pre-order also came with a red omen die. Dark secrets are cards that are added to your deck against your will. If a dark secret is in your hand, you must play it before you do any other card. This forces you to draw a shocking discovery. The result of a dark secret card being played, shocking discoveries are mostly bad things that happen to the player that drew it, or to all of the heroes in general. Some shocking discoveries remain in play on the current villain until it is defeated. There are 12 different shocking discovery cards. This makes it very difficult to predict what this shocking discovery may be coming up. Some of the first cards you will be acquiring during the game are the training cards. The training cards make it easier for you to get allies, gear, and defeat minions. Defeating the Hungry Dead is a great way to thin your deck out, or to destroy a card in the center row that's very troublesome. The villains in Dark Gothic have acquired many minions to slow you down and to prevent you from stopping them. When you defeat a minion, they do not go into your deck, rather they go into the crypt. The pre-order also had special minions that make the game a great deal more dangerous. The villains may have a wide array of minions, but fear not, you have many allies that will help you on your journey. Events represent battle tactics and things that happen during your adventures. Gear are items and equipment that will help your hero during the course of the game. Location cards represent places that your hero visits and explores during the game. Many locations are marked as remains in play, so they stay out when played and continue to give you benefits. Now that we have seen the components, let us look at a sample game set up for 2 players. Here we have a sample 2-player game set up. Each player has gathered the cards for their starting deck dependent upon their hero. 3 villains have also been selected and placed face down on the table. Now you take the top 6 cards of the main deck and place them face up in the center of the table. Now you reveal the villains and see the horror that you're about to face. Each player shuffles their starting deck, draws 5 cards, and now play is ready to begin. Dark Gothic has brought a few new ideas to a genre that has started to become stale. The heroes, along with the villains, bring a great deal of variety to help with replayability. The only issue with many of these deck building games of this type is that if you play with more than 2 people, you have a large amount of wait time between your turns. The box says this is a 60-minute game, but I believe that that is mainly for a 2-player game. If you play with more than 2 people, you may be playing a 3 to 4 hour game. Overall, this is a very enjoyable game, and I look forward to bringing it to the gaming table very soon.